The Woman in the Oven. During the summer of 1983, in a quiet town near Minneapolis, Minnesota, the charred body of a woman was found inside the kitchen stove of a small farmhouse. A video camera was found in the kitchen, standing on a tripod and pointing at the oven. No tape was found inside the camera at the time. Although the scene was originally labeled as a homicide by police, an unmarked VHS tape was later discovered at the bottom of the farm's well, which had apparently dried up earlier that year. Despite its worn condition and the fact that it contained no audio, police were still able to view the contents of the tape. It depicted a woman recording herself in front of a video camera, seemingly using the same camera the police found in the kitchen. After positioning the camera to include both her and the kitchen stove in the image, the tape then showed her turning on the oven, opening the door, crawling inside, and then closing the door behind her. 8 minutes into the video, the oven could be seen shaken violently, after which point thick black smoke could be seen emanating from it. The camera then continued to stationary point at the oven for another 45 minutes until the batteries apparently died. To avoid disturbing the local community, police never released any information about the tape, or the fact that it could be found. Police were also not able to determine who put the tape in the well, or why the physical stature of the woman on the tape did not in any way resemble the stature of the woman found in the oven. Smile for me. I have a beautiful smile. Oh, how I miss it. This morning, I wake up and I smile at my bedroom mirror. I am disappointed at what I see. I kiss my husband. I send my 2 children off to school. I entertain guest friends. I show them all my lovely smile. But I look in the mirror and I do not see it. Are you ready? Harry calls from the parlor. Yes, my love, I reply as I clasp a string of polished pearls around my neck. Oh, fantastic. The children are with Mrs. Knox, and the dinner reservations are all set for 8 o'clock sharp. Harry beams as he enters our bedroom. He crosses over to me and puts his arms around my waist and tells me how darling I look tonight. I embrace him warmly, but suddenly I feel his arms stiffen. But Vivian? Harry stutters. Yes, dear, I answer sweetly. In horror, Harry raises a shaking finger over my shoulder and points at the old, full-length mirror against the wall. Your reflection. It can't be. Is it staring at us? I turn to see her there, gazing intently. She throws herself against the mirror. There is no sound, only deafening silence. Harry, help me, she mouths as she battered the surface with her fists. I feel my eyes narrow at her. Harry looks back and forth between myself and my abhorrently perverse reflection. My limbs begin to elongate and dear Harry's blue eyes widen. He shrieks and struggles as I grasp him. My jaw detaches, My face contorts and splits open at my mouth, my teeth like shined and piercing knives. Vivian claws at the mirror. She beats against it as I devour her hapless husband. Perhaps now she will learn to smile for me. The warning about silence. Everyone, regardless of their particular mental state, has a curious kind of background noise in their minds. When that noise takes the form of original music, we call it being a genius. When it sounds like voices, we tend to call it schizophrenia. A single voice is often referred to as religion. Most people go through their entire lives without ever being consciously aware of this omnipresent aura phenomenon, save for those rare moments when it catches their attention. Perhaps they think they've heard their name being called, or that they've been listening to the air rushing through the vents in their house. One way or another, though, the noise is there. You can hear it if you listen for it. Lie down in a quiet room and focus on clearing your mind. Mute your internal monologue. Erase the scenes from your imagination and let yourself sink into the silence. Before long, the whispers of that hidden soundtrack will become evident, then grow louder as you learn to recognize them. It could be that you'll find answers to questions you didn't even know you were asking, or perhaps discover a scene of inner peace that have been lacking in your life. Some folks refer to this as meditation, even if they're mistaken about what's really going on. The truth, you see, is much less comforting. If you've ever gone walking in the woods, you've likely encountered a cacophony of noises. The songs of birds, the chirping of insects, and the quiet rustle of small animals rushing through the undergrowth, becoming so commonplace that our minds tend to tune them out. What we notice, though, is what happens when a predator draws near. The chorus abruptly stops. The forest becomes deathly still. The person walking amidst that sudden silence might feel the hairs on the back of their neck start to rise, and notice their heart pounding with a mixture of adrenaline and dread. When you listen to the sounds in your mind, it doesn't matter what form they take. What matters is that you can hear them at all. As long as that clamor is present, you know you're safe. All is well, even in the most tumultuous of times. The danger arises when the noise seems to stop, when you suddenly experience the most potent silence that you have ever encountered. In that moment, you may start to feel as though you are being watched. After all, in that still forest, the predator is the quietest of all. Try it for yourself if you like. When next you are completely alone, imagine you are listening to a sound of some kind. When that sound seems to stop, you'll know that you've been noticed.